तुषार गुप्ता है क्लास में?
यस सर।
एक आपका कोई डाउट आया था व्हाट्सएप पे।
हाँ यस सर, वो डाउट था।
लेंथ ऑफ द शाफ्ट इज
600 सर।
600 mm. So I just want to clear that doubt. The doubt was that the length of the shaft is 600 mm. Okay, it is given in.
सर क्वेश्चन में गिवन नहीं था, पर वो कैलकुलेट कर लिया था।
कैलकुलेट कर लिया था, either given or calculated.
यस सर।
And the angle of twist is given
0.25 डिग्री
2.5 या 0.25 है ना
सर। 0.25
0.25 डिग्री पर मीटर।
यहाँ पे सर पर मीटर है।
So per meter means per 1000 mm है ना।
यस सर।
per meter means per 1000 mm
यस
length of the shaft। ठीक है, तो जो फॉर्मूला है थीटा इक्वल टू 584 mtl है ना, mtl into 584 divided by GD4. This is the formula. So in theta is also coming, L is also coming. L is the length है ना, so length is 1000 mm. So you can take length 1000 and theta 0.25 है ना, तो आपकी इक्वेशन कुछ ऐसे बन जाएगी है ना, mt multiplied by 1000 into जो भी है वो सब एज इट इज आ जाएगा है ना, 584 divided by GD4 है ना। You can take 0.25 theta and L equal to 1000. Suppose you want my length of the shaft is 600 है ना, and you want to take L equal to 600 in the formula.
यस सर।
Then you have to take calculate angle of twist for this much of length. By unitary method you can calculate that for the 1000 mm length the angle of twist is 0.25 degree. So for 1 millimeter length the angle of twist is 0.25 by 1000, and for 600 millimeter length it will be given by 0.25 into 600 divided by 1000. So now this is your theta. This is the theta for 600 mm length. For 600 mm length. So you can use 584 ml divided by GD4. So your theta is 0.25 multiplied by 600 divided by 1000 equal to 584 mt. L is now 600 because angle of twist is calculated for 600 millimeter of length. So it is GD4. So you will see 600 cancel out from both the sides. है ना?
Yes,
so
sir.
only 0.25 remains on the left side. 0.25 remains on the left side, and this 1000 goes to right. Then it will be similar. Same formula आपको achieve हो जाएगा. तो आपके आंसर पे कोई फर्क नहीं आएगा है ना. You can तो काफी लेंथी हो जाता है. Don't need कि आप उसे 600 mm पे कैलकुलेट करें. If it is given for 1000 mm, then use L equal to 1000. And that's all. ठीक है, मेरे ख्याल से डाउट क्लियर हो गया होगा आपको सर.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the today's class, we are going to focus on the design of the key. So cost of the key is very less, but it is very important element. It is very important element in the power transmission. So we will discuss one by one. What are the materials of the key, है ना? And what is a key? What is keyway? है ना? We will go through some keywords. है ना? What is key and what is keyway? है ना? We will discuss how many types of keys are used in the industrial practice. है ना? Classification of the key. हम classification of the key पे भी बात करेंगे. Material of the key पे भी बात करेंगे. ठीक है? What are the suitable material for the key? What are the forces coming on the key surface? है ना? Which forces are coming on the key that we will discuss. We will do the force analysis. है ना? After force analysis, we will do the stress analysis. And both these things will be helpful in the design of the key. Force analysis and stress analysis, एक बार समझ में आ जाएगी, then design of key is very simple. So let us start one by one. So first, definition of the key. A key can be defined as a machine element which is used to connect transmission shaft to rotating machine element like pulleys, gears, sprockets और flywheels, है ना। तो अभी लास्ट क्लासेस में हमने शाफ्ट को डिजाइन किया है। तो आपने देखा होगा शाफ्ट पे क्या था, बहुत सारे रोटेटिंग एलिमेंट अटैच हो जाते हैं। सपोज दिस इज पुली, है ना, दिस इज पुली, it is a rotating element on this surface of the shaft. Similarly, other rotating elements may be gear, and it may be sprocket or it may be flywheel. These are all the rotating elements. So there is a connection between the shaft and this rotating element. So for that connection, there is a one element which is known as hub of the pulley. Hub of the pulley. Yeah, so you can say hub of the pulley, you can say that this is the hub of the pulley. Yeah, this is the hub of the pulley. This is the hub. So hub, you can say it is the outer part, it is on the outer part of the shaft. So when we fit the key between the shaft and the hub, we cut the keyway. So key is used between the shaft and the hub of the pulley. Similarly, there is a gear. So key can be used between the shaft and the hub of the gear. Hub of the pulley, hub of the gear, hub of the flywheel. Hub is a common word. Hub is a common word. It is the you can say it is a hollow shaft. एक तरह का hub क्या है? Hollow shaft है. Shaft की पेरीफेरी पर है. तो इसको डायग्राम के थ्रू और बेटर समझ सकते हैं. इस पे ध्यान दीजिए. This is the shaft, है ना? This is the shaft, and this part is hub. And it is written over here, this is hub. So in this diagram you can say this is the shaft. So there is a slot cut on the periphery of the shaft. So this slot is known as keyway. Now it is cut on the periphery of the shaft. This slot has also been cut on the periphery of the hub. So this is also keyway. So this is the keyway on the hub, and this is the keyway on the slot. And in this keyway, we are fixing a key. We are fixing a key. Key is having some width, key is having some height, key is having some length. So key can be specified B cross H cross L. Design of the key से मतलब है what is the width of the key, what is the height or thickness of the key, or what is the length of the key. So key is fixed into the keyway, and keyway is cut in the shaft also, and keyway is cut in the hub also. And with the help of key, so what is the advantage? When the shaft rotates, so because there is a key between the shaft and the hub, so this key prevents the relative motion. This key prevents the relative motion between the shaft and the hub. So it is the function of the key. आप कह सकते हैं what is the function of the key? So function of the key is to prevent the relative motion between the shaft and the hub. One function. Second function you can say it can transmit torque from the shaft to the hub, because when shaft rotates, hub also rotates. So torque is transferred from shaft to the hub with the help of key. So it is the side view. In the side view, this is the width, this is the height. So this circle, एक सेकंड प्लीज hold on. हाँ सर, मेरी क्लास चल रही, थोड़ी देर में बात करूं. वन में बस नहीं, डिजाइन वन में किया है, ठीक है सर. So this is the width of the key, and this is the height or thickness of the key. This circle represents the shaft. This circle represents the hub, and this circle represents the outer diameter of the hub. This is the inner diameter of the hub, and this is the outer diameter of the hub. So I think this is clear. So keyed joint, है ना? When there are three things, है ना? Shaft is there, hub is there, key is there. तो इन तीनों को मिलाकर हम कह सकते हैं it is a keyed joint. So what is a key joint? It is a combination of shaft, hub and key. And what are the functions of the key? To transmit the torque and to prevent the relative motion. So a recess or slot machined either on the surface of the shaft or in the hub to accommodate the key is called keyway. Simple definition of keyway. And it is a slot or it is a recess to accommodate the key. It is cut on the shaft also, shaft surface also, and it is cut in the hub also. So due to this slot, again, it is important that there will be stress concentration, so parts will become weak. So during design of the key or everything, we have to take care of the stress concentration also. So now materials of the key, plain carbon steel 45C8, 50C8 can be used. And generally tensile strength for the key should be greater than 600 megapascal. So these are the some criteria. Carbon is 0.45% carbon, manganese you can say 0.8% in this way. So again, it is a ductile material. Keys are made of ductile material. So for design, we have to consider shear stress and whatever stresses are coming on the key, we have to take care of that. So these are the functions of the key. Primary function of the key is to transmit the torque. ये मैं आपको बता ही चुका हूँ. And vice versa also. It can transfer the torque from shaft to the hub or hub to the shaft. Both are possible. The second function is to prevent the relative motion between the shaft and the joined machine element like gear or pulley. That is clear. So now the classification. So one is saddle key and one is the sunk key. Saddle key means the keyway is cut only in the hub. Keyway is cut only in the hub. Through diagram we can understand. So I am coming to the saddle key first. So saddle key, this is the shaft and this is the hub. So this part is hub. So keyway has been cut into the hub only. आप figure से देख पा रहे हैं. On the surface of the shaft is there is no keyway. On the surface of the shaft there is no keyway, but in the hub there is a keyway. So this is the keyway in the hub. When there is only one keyway in the hub, so that type of key is known as saddle key. So in this case, power is transferred only due to friction. Power is transferred with the help of friction between the shaft and the hub. It is transferred with the means of friction, and it is suitable for light duty applications and low power transmissions. For medium duty and heavy duty applications, saddle keys are not suitable. तो एक हम cost पे बात कर सकते हैं. Because keyway is cut only in one component, so that's why cost is less. The cost of the saddle key is less. It is the advantage, and it is only applicable for low power transmission. This is the disadvantage. Okay, again the saddle key is classified into two parts. One is the hollow saddle key and one is the flat saddle key. So first diagram is the hollow saddle key, in which there is no keyway on the shaft, but in the flat saddle key there is a machining involved on the surface of the shaft. There is some machining involved. So with the help of machining, the surface of the shaft had been kept plain. The plane surface, this is the plane surface of the shaft, and with this plane surface, this key is attached. So this is the saddle key. It is a flat saddle key because the surface of the shaft is plane. But here the surface of the shaft is circular, so that's why it is hollow saddle key and it is flat saddle key. Yeah, but both are applicable for low power transmission. But this is somewhat superior. This is somewhat superior with respect to hollow saddle key because the surface is plane. So higher there is a frictional resistance is more. So that's why it can transfer smooth power as compared to hollow saddle key. So this is saddle key. So I was on the classification of the key. So saddle key means there is only one keyway. but sunk key means there are two keyways, one on the shaft and one on the hub. So the basic difference between saddle and sunk, the cost of the saddle key is less, the cost of the sunk key is more. Let's see the diagram of the sunk key. So this is the diagram of the sunk key, in which this is the shaft. So half of the part of the key, the height of the key is h. So half of the h, let's say hy2. So hy2 thickness of the key is inserted in shaft, and hy2 is inserted in hub. So there is a keyway on both the shaft as well as the hub. So that's why it is known as sunk key. A sunk key is a key in which half the thickness of the key fits into the keyway on the shaft, and remaining half is fit in the keyway on the hub. And these type of key are suitable for the medium and high power transmission. These are suitable for medium and high power transmission. So here the power is transmitted not with the help of friction as compared with saddle key. In saddle key, the power is transferred due to the friction only. But here, forces are coming on the key due to the rotation of the shaft. So this part is under forces. You can say this part is under forces. Forces are developed on the surface of the key. So this force analysis is necessary for the design of the sunk key. Okay. So we are working on the just kitne types ki key hoti hain, what are the classifications. So one is saddle key, one is sunk key. Sunk key suitable for high power transmission, saddle key for low power transmission. Cost of saddle key is less, cost of sunk key is more. And one is square key and flat key. So square key is nothing when the width and the key is designed with the help of B by H by 36. So when B equal to H, the width of the key and the thickness of the key are equal, then that key is known as square key. Okay, and this is the length of the key. So when width and thickness are equal, it is a square key, and when width and thickness are not equal, then it is termed as rectangular key. It is termed as rectangular key, or you can say it is a flat key. So flat key and rectangular key are same. Okay, so for a square key, B equal to H. For flat key, B is not equal to H. One more classification, taper key and the parallel key. So when this is the length of the key, this is the cross section B by H. This is the B by H cross section, and this is the length of the key. This is the height of the key. So throughout the length, if the height is constant, throughout the length the height is constant, it means there is no taper. It means there is no taper. So in that case, the key is termed as parallel key. And when there is a slight taper involved, again I'm making a diagram that this is the key. So in the top surface, here the thickness is H, and here the thickness is not H, and there is a slight taper. You can say this is a slight taper, a right triangle will form. So it is a difference on the thickness. So let this is 1, this is 100. So if taper is generally of ratio 1 to ratio 100. So when taper is provided throughout the length of the key, it means the thickness of the key is not constant throughout the length of the key. Then in that case, that key is known as taper key. Okay. So what is the advantage of taper key? The wedge action phenomena will be there. Frictional force will be high. And a tightness of the joint will be improved. Torque transmission will be smooth. So taper keys are generally used in industrial applications. Third one is key with the with and without jib head. It is for इसको भी हम diagram से आपको बता सकते हैं. Saddle key, sunk key. This is again sunk key. Jib head taper key. Jib head. So this is the jib head portion. This is the jib head. This is the key. And on the left side there is some height type of structure, that is jib head. So this jib head is useful for the dismantling of the key. During maintenance purpose, you have to sometimes you have to insert the key, sometimes you have to pull the key. So with the help of jib head, the key can be easily dismantled from the shaft and the hub. आसानी से उसको निकाला जा सकता है. So if jib head is provided, then that type of key is known as jib head key. And jib head and taper both are there, then it is a jib head taper. So many types of keys are there. Just have a summary. Saddle key, sunk key, square key, है ना? यदि कोई आपसे पूछता है how many types of keys are there, तो कुछ टिप्स पे होना चाहिए. Saddle key is there, sunk key is there, है ना? Square key and flat key. B equal to H square key, flat key B is not equal to H. Taper means there is a taper in throughout the length of the key. Parallel key means no taper. And jib head key means jib head is provided to for the easy dismantling. Other special types of keys are also there. For example, one is the Woodruff key. Woodruff key is in the shape of semicircular. The cross section of the Woodruff key is semicircular. The cross section of the square key is a square. The cross section of the flat key is a rectangle. So B and H. Here it is also B and H. But the cross section of the Woodruff key is a semicircular disc. It is having the shape of semicircular. And one is Kennedy key. Kennedy key means it is used in combination. Let this is the shaft surface. So if I am cutting keyway here. So I am putting two key at a time. This is K1, this is K2, key 1, key 2. When the keys are used in combination, with a particular angle, let 90 degree, then in that case, this combination of keys is termed as Kennedy key. Again, in the high power transmission, when one key is not suitable, we can go for the combination of the key. One is feather key, in which the axial shifting of the shaft is possible. Sometimes there is a requirement that shaft should be shifted by some tolerance, some millimeters. In that case, feather key is suitable. So many types of keys are there. Selection of the key.
Sir,
generally we have to. Yes.
Sir, Kennedy key वाला एक बार बता दीजिए.
Kennedy key में देखिए मैं आपको डायग्राम से दिखाता हूँ. So I am coming to the Kennedy key diagram. This is the diagram for the Kennedy key, है ना? So देखिए, this is B, this is H. So width of the key, height of the key, है ना? Again it is a square key. It is the square key because B equal to H, है ना? So this is key 1, है ना? First key, and this is key 2. It is again a square key. Okay, it is having width B, height equal to H. So there is a combination of the key at an angle of 45 degree with this vertical axis. So total angle will be 90 degree. So this type of combination is termed as Kennedy key. ठीक है तो सर अब clear हो गया होगा आपको?
Yes sir.
Okay. So I am just coming to design of the key. Let's take a look. Selection of the key. So we should know what power to be transmitted and how will we select the key. So it depends on so many factors. What is the power to be transmitted? What is the tightness of the fit required? Now, what are you thinking about the stability of the connection, vibration part? And the cost is also the criteria. Budget is if there is a limit of budget, then you have to design the key according to that. So saddle key we have completed, sunk key we have completed. It is industrial practice. So we will discuss for the square key, the width and the thickness are equal, and without doing any calculation. Without doing any calculation. Without doing any calculation of the forces and any calculation of the stresses, without knowing what are the forces are coming on the key, what are the stresses coming on the key, there is industrial practice in which there are some empirical formulas. So that empirical formula is B equal to H equal to D by 4. Here D is the diameter of the shaft. D is the diameter of shaft. So we have done the shaft design. So key design is a second point. First you have to design the shaft. Then you have to design the hub. After designing the shaft and hub, then you have to design the key. Right? So key की design का जो part है वो shaft की design के बाद का है. So when shaft design is complete, it means D is available to you. Shaft diameter is available to you. So once shaft diameter is available, then just there is empirical formula B equal to H equal to D by 4. 1/4 of the shaft diameter. And L is the length of the shaft. and it is 1.5 times D. So this is the industrial practice for the square key, and this is the industrial practice for the flat key. B equal to D by 4, H equal to 2 by 3B. So this 2 by 3B can be calculated. 2 by 3B, B is D by 4. So 2 to the 4, that is D by 6. So B equal to D by 4 and H equal to D by 6, L is 1.5D. So without doing any calculation, if the shaft diameter is available, you can go for this. Sometimes, you can go for this. Sun key we have already completed. Jib head key already completed. Feather key. Some arrangement is provided. These are the, you can say, screws. So with the help of these screw, there is some axial movement can be provided. Some axial movement is possible. So this type of key are suitable for feather key. So in the case of gear shifting devices, in automobiles, these keys are useful because there is some axial movement of the shaft is required. So Woodruff key, again, it is in the semicircular shape. It is having some semicircular cross section that we have already discussed. Now coming to the main part, that is the design of the key. So force analysis is very important during the steps of the design. So H is the thickness of the key. The force P is coming on this height, this thickness of the key. So this thickness is H by 2. So force is acting on H by 2, and the reaction force is again developed on the remaining H by 2 on the hub. So this H by 2 is on the shaft. This H by 2 is on the hub. So if shaft is providing action, then hub is providing reaction. Okay. So this force and this force are equal to each other. So due to this force, this surface is under compression. This surface is under compression. So what is the compressive area? So area for compression can be found. The thickness of the key is H by 2 and length of the key is L. So this is the compressive area. Compressive area. And due to this compressive force, the force is P. P is the compressive force. It is the compressive force coming on the P. How you can find this P? You are already knowing that torque is given by force into radius of the shaft. So radius of the shaft can be written as D by 2, half of the diameter of the shaft. So this is a relation between the torque and the force. Mt equal to P into D by 2. From here you can find P equal to twice Mt divided by D. You can find twice Mt divided by D. So basically this is the force. So this is the compressive force in this case. So due to this compressive force, there is a compressive stress developed in the material of the shaft. And if that compressive stress is more than the permissible compressive stress, then your key will fail. Understand my point? The compressive force is coming on the surface of the key. That compressive area is H by 2L. Due to compressive force, compressive stresses are developed. If those compressive stresses are more than the permissible compressive stress of the material, for which you have made the key, then your key design will not safe. So for the safe design, the stress produced in the key should be less than the permissible stress. Okay. So what I will do, I will find the compressive stress. So compressive stress is given by force by area. So force is P, area is H by 2 into L. Area is H by 2 into L. So this is sigma C equal to P by H by 2 L. And this force can be written as twice Mt by D. So I can write it here, twice Mt by DHL and whole multiplied by 2. This 2 will go in the numerator. So ultimately it is 4 times Mt by DHL. So this is the compressive force, compressive stress, sigma C equal to 4 Mt by DHL. I think it is clear, कोई problem तो नहीं है. Due to this force, compressive stress is coming on the key. So during the design of the key, we have to take care of this compressive stress. है ना, at the similar time, this cross section, think of this cross section. Let this is point A, this is point B. So think of the cross section AB. So this cross section is under shear. Due to this force, this cross section will be under shear. This cross section will be under shear. So what is the area of this cross section? So area of the, now I'm working on the shear, and I have completed the compression part. Now I'm working on the shear. So shear stress is given by force upon area again. So what is the shear area now? So shear area is, this is the width of the key, and L is the length of the key. So shear area is given by LB. Force analysis. Now I am working on the shear phenomena. We have already worked on the compression phenomena. So दोनों में difference भी देखते चलेंगे. The compressive area was Hy2 into L. The shear area is B into L. This cross section is under shear. Very important. This cross section is under shear. So what is this? This width. This width is B. This width is B. B multiplied by L. So that is the cross section. So AS is BL. AC is Hy2L. And compressive stress we have already calculated, 4 times MT divided by DHL. That we have proved. Now we will calculate the shear stress, tau equal to force by area again. And what is the force? Force is twice MT by D. And whole divided by area, shear area. Shear area is B into L or L into B. So ultimately it is twice MT divided by DBL. So these are the two basic formulas which are used during the design of the key. One formula is for the compressive stress and one formula for the shear stress. With these two formulas, key can be designed. Or you can take the help of the industrial practice. So if the stresses are given in question, permissible factor of safety is given, yield point is given, then you can calculate the permissible shear stress or permissible compressive stress. And then you have to do the design of the key on the basis of stress analysis. So let's take some numerical. We will take one numerical, then we will end the class. So that we have already completed. Tau equal to twice MT by DBL and sigma C is 4 MT by DHL. It is not B, it is H. ध्यान रखिएगा, it is H. Compression के formula में B नहीं आएगा, H आएगा, DHL. So example 1, it is required to design a square key for fixing a gear on a shaft of diameter 25 mm. So D equal to 25 mm, it is given. The shaft is transmitting 15 kilowatt power at 720 RPM. So when power and RPM are given, you can just calculate the torque. So torque is given by 60 into 10 to the power 6 into power in kilowatt divided by 2 pi n, where n is in RPM. So it will be 60 into 10 to the power 6 into power. Power is given 15 divided by 2 pi n. RPM is given 720. So calculate this. What is the torque coming on the key? What is the torque transmitted by the key from shaft to the hub? So just calculate. तुषार गुप्ता कैलकुलेटर से रख के बैठे हैं ना?
Yes sir.
हाँ बताइए क्या वैल्यू आ रही है? 60 10 to the power 6 into 15 divided by
198,943.67
is coming 198,943.67
943.6789
ही ले लीजिए 2 digits तक. It is unit is Newton millimeter. Okay, so torque is available to you, right? Now the key is made of steel 50 C4. SYT is given 460. Yield strength is given 460. Factor of safety is given 3. For the key material, the yield strength in compression can be assumed to be equal to the yield strength in tension. Okay. So key per tensile stress तो आते नहीं है, compressive stress है ना, are coming on the key. So in this question, this line is important. The yield strength in compression can be assumed to yield strength in tension. So if our SYT is 460, it means our SYC means yield strength in compression, it is also 460 because it is mentioned in the question equal. So SYC is 460. When you divide this 460 by 3, then you will have the compressive stress permissible compressive stress for the key material. So it is 460 by 3. It is a permissible compressive stress. And what permissible shear stress is given by SYT divided by factor of safety and multiplied by 0.5. SYT is available, then you have to find SYS, yield strength in shear, and yield strength in shear is half of SYT. So I have multiplied by a factor of 0.5, then divided by factor of safety, it will give you the permissible shear stress. So it will be 460 into 0.5 divided by 3. Please solve sigma C also and shear stress also.
76.67.
76.67, it is the compressive.
नहीं shear पर ये बताया मैंने shear.
अच्छा 76.67 unit is Newton per mm square. It is
Yes.
the shear stress. And what is the compressive? Just double of that.
153.33.
153.34 megapascal. So these permissible values are available to us. Now determine the dimensions of the key. You have to find the dimension. So dimensions of the key means B by H by L. B by H by L. अब क्वेश्चन की लैंग्वेज देखिए. It is required to design a square key. So what do you mean by a square key? A square key means B equal to H. The width of the key and the thickness of the key are equal. So your designation will be B by B by L. Now B by H by L, you can write B by B by L. So only two unknown are there. One unknown is B, second unknown is L, and H equal to B. So only two unknown problem. This is only two unknown problem. It is not a three unknown problem. In case of rectangular key, it is a three unknown problem. So how will you solve this? Very easy. You can do the calculations. You have tau equal to twice mt divided by dBl. You have calculated permissible shear stress is 76.67. So just put over here 76.67 equal to 2 into torque. You have already calculated torque 198,943.67. So it is 198,943.67. It is the torque divided by diameter of the shaft. So what is the diameter of the shaft in our question? 25 millimeter. Our diameter of the shaft is 25. So multiplied 25 into B. B is unknown and L is also unknown. Both are unknown. Okay, so from here you can, this is first equation. You just make the equation. So from here you can find the value for BL. You can find the value for BL. Now compressive stress are given by 4mt divided by DHL. So by this equation you have 153.34. This sigma C is 153.34 equal to 4 times mt. Mt is again same 198,943.67 divided by DHL. So you can write 25 in place of D. You can write H. H can be eliminated with B. H equal to B and multiplied by. So this is the second equation. So here is also BL, here is also BL, two unknown. So you will get BL equal, you will have a, some value for BL from here, some value for BL from here. So this problem cannot be solved. Solve कर सकते हैं कैसे?
No sir.
B and L, है ना? तो आप क्या करेंगे? You will take the maximum value of BL. You will take the maximum value of BL. You will get some value of BL from here, some value of BL from here. So you take the maximum value of BL. So चलिए यहाँ से वैल्यू निकालिए BL कितना आ रहा है ना?
सर दोनों की इक्वल आ रही है 207.59.
सेम आ रहे हैं सर दोनों.
इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में इक्वल हो सकती है, नो इशू, है ना? कभी कभी कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेस से डिफर करेगी, देन इन दैट केस बोथ विल गिव यू द डिफरेंट वैल्यूज. So मुझे वैल्यू बताइए, व्हाट इज BL कमिंग ओवर? BL इक्वल टू
207.59 59
This is the value for BL. ठीक है. So now to solve the problem, what will we do? We will take the help of industrial practice. So as per the industrial practice, we have B equal to dy4. B equal to dy4. This is the empirical relation. So 25 by 4, it is coming 6.25. है ना? So the width of the key can be taken approximately 6 millimeter. Width of the key can be taken approximately 6 millimeter. So when B equal to 6 multiplied by L equal to 207.59. है ना? यहां से ले लिया मैंने अब. So from here you can find the length of the key. So just calculate what is L coming over here.
34.59
34.59. So approximately you can take 35 millimeter length for the key. So our answer is 6 by 6 by 35. So our width is also 6, height is also 6, and length is 35. Yeah, so 6 by 6 by 35. This is the final answer for the design. So we have completed this question.
सर हमने विड्थ को क्यों रिड्यूस किया है सर?
हाँ, width is 6 millimeter. It was coming 6.25. है ना? So we have taken 6 millimeter approximately. है ना? For the simplicity. है ना? If we can also take the 7 millimeter width, but it may हो सकता है कि उससे cost बढ़ जाए. तो 6.25 के आसपास ले लिया है. It is 6 millimeter. No problem. So 6 by 6 by 36. It is the final answer for our key. तो हमने क्या किया इस क्वेश्चन में? क्वेश्चन को देखिए, पहले तो आप कोशिश करिए कि वो विदाउट एनी अजम्पशन, विदाउट एनी यूज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल प्रैक्टिस सॉल्व हो जाए. इफ द स्ट्रेसेस आर गिवन, इफ इट इज यू आर नॉट अवेलेबल टू सॉल्व दैट क्वेश्चन, देन जस्ट टेक द हेल्प ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल प्रैक्टिस. सो वी हैव टेकन द हेल्प B इक्वल टू dy4. हमेशा लेना जरूरी नहीं है. इफ क्वेश्चन इज सॉल्वेबल विदाउट टेकिंग एनी हेल्प, go for that. So this is the one example, and this is the we will do one more example on numerical on the design of the key, example 2, in the next class. So just I am ending. If you have any query, please mute your mic and ask. Yes, Sandeep Rajput, सुन पा रहे हैं? Tushar Gupta.
Yes, sir.
So I think there is no query.
No, sir.
Okay, so just I am ending the class. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.